Hello and welcome.
So you don't have to cut that in as a remix. You know, with the
Slate
Arthur Renwick stuff that's coming up. We have a best of special coming up, the music special, which is great. Oh, I guess we're rolling. Okay, you know what? That's a great way to intro it. We got a best of music special coming up, although this will probably air after it airs. But go watch the special.
I'll be part of the best of best.
Yeah.
10 years from now. That's it.
All right. So, and speaking of music, maybe introduce yourself to the viewers and listeners.
Sure. My name is Noel Habel. I go by the artist name William C. Wikchemna Yamini Samwaji, which, of course, begs a bit of an explanation. The simple part is it's Bill C-31.
Okay.
But I'm using the English and Dakota mixed together, so it has a little indigenous flavor to it.
Okay.
I really want to bring back and at least point towards language and language retention. So my expectation was that people would go out and research the name, but, come to the realization that nobody really gives a fuck.
No,
Yeah.
No one looks into stuff.
Nobody looks into it. I guess maybe it's also hard to find an English Dakota dictionary online.
Well,
for free.
There is a lot of stuff that's hard to find, especially when you go to indigenous languages. Now, there's some great resources for, I know, Anishinaabe and some other things, but I guess in your situation, maybe not.
Well, I find them pretty easily enough, but
okay. For free, and they're free.
For free.
Okay.
Because I'm linked in with some of the universities in the States.
Oh, okay.
So I'm thinking Sisseton. I'm thinking University of Minneapolis or Minnesota.
Okay.
In Minneapolis.
And you can just Google them, or it's readily available in a search?
I think that there's a bit of a watch on it because, sure, it's open to everybody, but it's just not for people to, I'm going to use the word pillage for lack of, just to keep the conversation going.
Right.
That's not quite the right word I want to use, but it's meant for people to learn, who are interested in learning the language and to get into it in a very profound way. So I'm trying as best I can. And so it's worth the effort. Definitely.
And you speak the language fluently yourself? You grew up with it, or you learned it after?
Dakota umashpe, yeah. I'm learning the language. I'm relearning the language. And one of the songs that I have on the album that kind of speaks about my journey, being born in Germany.
Oh, really?
Of a mother that's directly from residential school or straight off the Sioux Valley Dakota First Nation in Manitoba. She wanted to escape the reserve life, and I remember her telling me this directly when I was younger. And she married my father, who was from Drummondville, Quebec, and they were both in the military at the time. And in fact, my uncle told me a really nice story about when they met. And maybe I'll save that for another time because.
Oh, we got time.
We got time? All right.
It's a podcast.
So my parents met, this is way before I was born, but they were maybe late teenagers, early 20s, maybe. They were both stationed in Edmonton. I think my mother was a supplies clerk, and my father was somebody wanting to meet the supplies clerk. I forget exactly his role, but they were on a date, and it just so happened my uncle, Wamdi Wakita, Robert Washichino, happened to be there in the military as well. So all three of them were stationed in the same area, and he got taken along on one of their first dates as a sort of a third wheel.
Oh, okay.
And so they're in the front, he's in the back, and suddenly a song that my parents liked came on. They turned it up really loud. My dad pulled over the car, and they both started dancing in front of the headlights. Just to my uncle saying, "What are these crazy people, and why are you dating this crazy white man?"
And what was the song?
I never got.
Okay.
I never got, but it would have been in the 50s. So I mean,
okay.
And I want to imagine it, being in one of those 57 Chevys and
right. There you go.
Yeah. So my parents eventually got married, of course, and that led to a life of a military wife for my mother, which I think she quite enjoyed. And as a consequence, my brother, I want to say he was born in Lac-Saint-Jean, but I think it might be Lac-Saint-Denis. And I always mix up those two places. So he's born in Quebec. My sister was born in Churchill, Manitoba.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And I was born in Lahr, Germany, and all three of them are military bases.
Oh, really? Okay.
There you go. So
okay.
When the Ghost
That's
Warrior
awesome.
Society gets hold of my German
That's right.
birth certificate,
I was just thinking that in my head. They'll go. So let's get back to the music. So you have a new release.
Yep.
Okay.
Instead of doing one of those cascading things, I just put the whole wad out there because I just don't have time.
Okay.
Much like yourself,
Yeah.
Get too busy.
That's
Next
right.
thing you know, my house is full of monitors and don't know what I'm doing.
Okay. Monitors. Like stage monitors or like monitors?
Just, monitor in the sense of those widgets that just accumulate, because of circumstance and you don't
Okay.
exactly know what to do with them. So they just kind of sit there for months
Oh, okay.
until you deal with them.
Well, we don't have that problem. We have a guitar problem here.
Apparently. But they're nice, at least. They're very nice. They're not broken.
No, thank you. That's right.
Not broken or dusty.
Well, I have an excellent guitar tech. I'll give a shout out to Dragon at mother of all guitar shops on Roncesvalles.
Who's sponsoring the podcast?
Actually, no, he's not. But you know what? Maybe he should. I want to tell him to listen to this one.
There you go.
Yeah. So let's get back to to the song, to the process. How do you write the song?
Egads. This goes back to what the hell am I doing? Like, why did I do this album? I think that I've been thinking about that a lot because people have been asking me, well, why did you make an album? As if it's just something that, people do,
Right.
without
That's
purpose.
Right.
And I think I have to go back to, in fact, I was telling a bunch of people about this today. You go back to 2000, 2001, I was taping a show called Res Blues. I was playing as a drummer in this rough blues band. I guess we had just gotten together,
Great.
been about 3 or 4 months. And
What
then
was the band?
I believe it was called Little Wolf.
Oh, okay.
So if you go back on the archives of the Res Blues, I think, I don't know if APTN goes back that far, but...
Right. And what was the venue for that season?
It was someplace east of Toronto. I forget the name. It was a small town. It was this massive hall. And they told us to be there at 8 a.m. So we got the 8 a.m. call. We get there. Nothing is set up. And when I say nothing, like no stage, no lighting, no audio, nothing. So it took them the whole day to set that up with the cameras and the lighting, the smoke. And so we spent the whole day just waiting around. And maybe we got rolling around 7 p.m. And come to think of it, I mean, like the crew had a full day too. But I was like... I was exhausted at that point. And we were going through the 3 songs. We're recording them live off the floor. Mm-hmm. And I fucking train wrecked at least 3 times. And I remember thinking, I don't want to do this. This is not what I want to do. I'm holding my sticks and I still got to play these 3 songs. And
that's show business, kids.
So, you grin and bear it and get through it. And the guitar player was just livid at me. I mean, it was about 4 hours back to Ottawa in the car, and it was just dead silence.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, I was promptly let go right after that. And I think that I was okay with that because at the time I had a day job. I was doing well. I wasn't focused on music. I had, my kids were really, really young. In fact, I think they were just born.
Okay.
And so I was just going in a different direction. And so I'd left music behind and I just kind of decided to raise my 2 daughters, saying to myself, if I'm going to fuck something up, I'd rather fuck up the music and not my two daughters. So I think I did okay.
Great. Yeah, absolutely.
That was a pretty good decision. I'm very happy with how they turned out. So, I mean,
do they work in the music business?
Oh, well, one's sort of involved in film, but they tried to stay away from music, I think. I didn't really give them that because they weren't really around any of that as well.
Okay.
They did a lot of cultural stuff. And I am a huge movie buff. Like, I watch 2-3 movies a day.
Oh, any particular genre?
No, but I really do like Apocalypse, sort of the... burning down society.
Yeah, it's like training, right? For what's probably going to come.
Well, it's speculation. It's all speculative.
You're right, it is. Let's hope for the best, but plan for the worst, right? You know that expression?
Yeah, I used to think that way when I was younger, but I'm at a certain age where I'm just like, when the aliens come and it's the apocalypse, yeah, I'm going to be in the first row. Like I'm checking out. Sorry.
That's like Ron Skinner's like that too. He's right, and Laura here, the producer of the show. They would. You'd be right in the line of fire.
Like, I want to say I'm going to go in a blaze of glory, but it might not be that spectacular.
Okay.
I tend to be a little clumsy.
Speaking of that, I was actually watching Independence Day earlier, just before you arrived. And the aliens, and they shot the beam, and they killed all the people on the roof, and people thought they were going to be friendly, but I think the aliens are already here, and we're like some kind of experiment or something.
Jeez, how long has it been? Like not even 10 minutes. We're already talking about the aliens.
Well, it's a hot topic. Now it'll show up in the metadata.
Well, I don't think that you're wrong. Like, I certainly feel like there's something going on. And I feel like the American government might be at the forefront of all this and know all kinds, and possibly even the Canadian government and levels of different governments. But at this point, we don't really know. And it's all speculative. So
right.
I'm waiting for, as you promised me, the aliens to contact by this summer.
It's coming. It's coming. Don't worry.
Awesome.
I have a feeling there'll be some kind of disclosure by the government. It'll either happen officially or it'll be catastrophic disclosure.
Catastrophic in that they're going to kidnap Mark Carney?
No, they'll just show up. Like, say there is a nuclear war. Say World War III breaks out in nuclear. I think they'll show up and maybe stop it. Because, again, this is my theory. This is their lab. They're not going to destroy the environment.
Hey, you monkeys, right? Quit fucking around with the equipment.
Exactly, because there are so many detailed cases of them shutting off nuclear weapons aboard the Navy vessels, of course, in the silos. So anything's possible.
Well, I'm a skeptic at heart, so I like to listen to the skeptics once in a while. And so there's some discussion here and there about whether that really happened or not. And just like the moon landing, did we really go to the moon?
Right, that's right.
There's so many discussions about that, and it goes one way or the other depending on what you believe.
Do you find it interesting that the recent moon landing or moon launch was canceled? Like entirely, they postponed it like year after year, and it was supposed to go this past December. And then they postponed it, and then they canceled it. And then they canceled the entire mission, favoring they want to build a moon base instead. That's where they want to put the money. So do you think, what do you think that's about? We're going back to the moon?
I love the idea of going back to the moon. I really dig a lot of the theories about the moon. It being weird. It's not really made. The origins of the moon are not necessarily
right.
Etched in stone. Nobody really knows. It's a lot like the creation of the universe. It's all speculative.
Right, that's right.
It's all theoretical. Nobody really knows. There are some very odd things about the moon. Mm-hmm. It's perfect orbit. The fact that it's
tidally locked.
Tidally locked.
Yeah.
It almost seems like it was sent here to help life. To stabilize the
tides and the weather.
Stabilize the orbit around the sun as well.
Right.
All of these.
There you
go. Seemingly minor things, but it all kind of like links together, and it's just like, okay, it's a little weird that it just fits so perfectly together. But I mean, the Earth is 4 billion years old, they speculate?
They speculate, that's right.
And humans are only maybe, I think they found human remains of about 200,000 years ago. So, I mean, we're a relatively new species. So
That's what they say.
We have no idea what has come and gone on this planet. So, and how it all came about.
I think it's the Hopi, I should look this up. But they have a story where the moon was brought there. So the moon wasn't always there. And then some kind of force brought it there.
Yeah, I heard that from African tribes as well. I forget.
Oh, that's right.
Exactly
Yeah,
which
true.
ones,
Right.
They had mentioned there was a time when the moon wasn't in the sky.
That's right. Exactly. Well, getting back, I guess, to music and how you record.
That boring thing.
Well, you have some really interesting sounds and stuff. So how do you what? I guess what's your gear? Are you like using like a keyboard? Or are you like sampling stuff? Or are you doing all kinds of trickery?
Well, I think I went a bit too far back, but I do have a degree in music.
Mm-hmm.
It's all more theoretical than practical. So the history and the theory of music. So I had that background in my pocket while I'm raising my kids. And decided to put it to good use in about 2018, I think. My daughters were old enough to go to university, and now they're in different cities, and now they're wandering the planet. Who knows where they are right now? They're the ones that might be in contact with the aliens. So they're off doing their thing. I decided to, get back into it, so to speak. Mm-hmm. And I think I used the first iteration of AI in GarageBand.
Oh, okay.
So in GarageBand, you create a track, select an instrument, and then you can select the chords.
Okay.
And in a lot of cases, on especially for the checks in the mail, I'm using like a funky clav or an organ. That's not me playing, but I've selected the chords for it to play. And it does that you could select 4 different styles.
Okay.
And then it'll change the chords, and you could MIDI it up as well and change those voicings as well. So all kinds of interesting things you could do.
Neat.
I am not a keyboard player. I'm not a guitar player, and I'm certainly not a singer.
Okay.
But I had to do all of these things.
Yeah, okay.
I'm not even a TV repairman, but I've been doing that too. And I'm super excited to go check that out and see what kind of job I did on those capacitors.
Okay, that's great. That's right. We heard earlier. Was that caught on camera? No, it wasn't. That you fixed some TVs.
Yeah.
Okay, so how did you figure that out? You watch a YouTube video or?
Well, anything you could think of fixing. There's always some kid with a strange accent that's willing to teach you how to do that. And so I just put in what it was, 50-inch plasma, Samsung. And the next thing you know, the biggest hits were power supply issues with this particular TV and these different models. And so, it's like, okay, you open up the back, there it is. Check for the capacitors, make sure that they're not black, because the way a capacitor works is that if it's overcharged, all this funky black stuff pops out the top, and that's how you know it's no good no more, and you have to switch those out.
Okay.
Simple.
Right. You have to be careful with capacitors because they hold a charge.
Well, you got to unplug the TV before you change them. I strongly recommend. This is not a TV repair show, so we're not giving advice here.
That's right. Don't go listen out and do this. To us. Call a professional repair person.
Or just throw that thing to the curb, just like everybody else does. I just couldn't do that. It cost me $13 even in shipping. What was really disappointing is that not only could I not find my soldering gun, but there's no Radio Shack that you can go in the corner and just go out and pick it. So I had to order these 2 capacitors that I needed from the States.
Man, I miss Radio Shack. Were you part of the Battery of the Month Club?
Oh, hell no.
Yeah, you got like a free battery. So I always went for the 9 volt, right? Because that was the most expensive. And they're like getting like those handheld video games and stuff too. So,
I could send you a 9-volt battery every month.
That's okay. I don't need them.
Are you sure?
Yeah, we have power adapters and stuff now. We got modern technology here. Come on.
Right on. Well, the album was pretty simple. Like I do it all at home.
Okay.
And I got some really awesome players to help me out. MJ Dandino gave me a couple of bass lines.
She's great. She's really good.
She's, well, with the trash that I gave her, she was able to do something with it. And I smoothed it out afterwards. And I wish, I'm sure she would have been able to give me a better track after the smoothing out. But, she did great. And I was able to use that. Marty Ballantyne did a lot of guitar work.
Oh, awesome. Great.
Yeah. And he also gave me some co-production advice. I was bouncing ideas off him. What do you think? And so he's really amazing for that. And my wife, Andre Levesque-Suey, she is singing in it.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And I always remember her advice. I mean, she's always kind and gentle. And, she'll come to me and said, Noel, you're not a singer. So you have to do your best. You have to be at your best when you're going to be recording. So no drinking, no hot sauce, no chicken wings before you're going into the studio. So all that kind of advice. And I remember hearing Bruce Springsteen talk about the way he did his vocal technique in the studios. And he was saying that he's competing with like all those major pop stars. So, and he knows that he doesn't have the greatest of voices. So he would lose 5 pounds and he would go on special diets, and he'd make sure that he was at the very peak of his ability to perform in the studio. Mm-hmm. And I can't say I did that, but I thought about it. A lot. If I was to do it again, maybe I might do that, but we'll see. I also had this really wicked bronchitis thing that has to do with allergies or something. And so I had 3 extra songs I wanted to put on the album, but I couldn't complete them in time. So that might come out as an EP. But this bronchitis thing has been hounding me for 2 years. So it's also forced me to stop drinking, which is probably a good thing.
Okay.
Which is really sad in the sense that I just developed a taste for whiskey.
Oh, geez, that's terrible.
And, I really wanted to start implementing tequila as an anti-carcinogenic in my regime, but...
Right.
That's not going to happen anymore.
Well, there's also non-alcoholic whiskey. I haven't tried it. I don't know if it's any good, but...
Well, what's the point?
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, so the album.
Yeah, well, that's great. And how are you releasing it? You're through a label, correct?
Not anymore.
Not anymore. Okay, so you're totally independent.
I'm totally independent.
Okay.
One of the reasons I got into this, and I guess this is part of my motivation, a big part of it, was to kind of get my feet wet. And all of this time, I felt like the guy that hung out with musicians, right? I'm the drummer. All I do is show up at gigs and hit things. And not very well, I might add. But I wanted the full experience. I wanted the song creation, the collaborations. I came here a couple of times. We did some vocals. And that reminds me, I owe you something. Like, I have a little gift for you. I didn't bring it this time. I totally forgot. But I'll see if I could send it by pigeon courier or something.
Okay, yeah, that'd be awesome. Thank you.
So I wanted the whole McDeal, the production. I did my own engineering, which is really dumb. I don't recommend that. You can go out and buy your own capacitors and fix your TV.
Right.
Go ahead, do it. But don't do your own audio engineering. That's something I do not recommend.
No, even for my stuff, I send that to Ron Skinner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love the editing part, but it's the tracking part. It's just really weird. And especially when you're doing vocals. But at the same time, I didn't want to subject anybody to like my draft vocals because they're just gross. Okay. And it's a process, right? It's a process.
It is. It is. And so how long have you been doing music now for?
Well, I started this whole rigmarole in 2018.
Okay.
I created the William Seawick Chemna Yamini Samwaji persona. I got somehow tricked into using... a voice pitch shift. And the reason for that is because my first single was The Check Is in the Mail, which of course is an old Seventh Fire cover song.
Yes.
And the lead singer is Alan Delary, who had this really bossano voice. And
that's right.
That's really what I wanted to emulate. And so I had this really crappy computer. It was running Windows 95. So like the pitch shift function on it it was really horrible. Horrible in the sense that I sounded like Thanos, right? So I'm doing like just spoken word stuff, because it's the seventh fire tune. It's not really on pitch or anything. And I'm sounding like Thanos, and I kind of adjusted it to one tone. Seems to be the perfect area, which caused me headaches in my production because when I'm writing these songs, then suddenly I gotta sing them one tone higher and then pitch the whole thing down, and so that gets the William C. voice.
Okay.
So that's one of my secrets.
That's one of your secrets. All right. Write that down, kids.
Yeah, it doesn't sound like my voice right here. It sounds more like my voice like this.
Yeah, we'll put that effect on maybe later if I remember his secret. Or I can just watch the tape back. And you've been doing some shows as well, performances.
Well, I wouldn't say performances.
Or sort of DJ sort of.
Yeah. Well, William does a lot of DJ stuff because I really want to promote Indigenous music. There's not enough people playing Indigenous music. So specifically videos. So I'm mixing music videos. Got some nice Najawan tracks.
Oh, great.
I think it's the higher they are, the taller they are, the harder they fall.
Easier is others? Okay,
Easier.
right. See, I'm thinking in my head, what songs?
Oh man, I got weeks of just Indigenous music in my library. The videos are a little bit more scarce. I probably got them only about 6 days.
Okay.
Back to back. But it's tough. I don't feel people really go to YouTube to watch the music video of Indigenous independent artists. They might see Snotty Nose here and there, but independent artists and lots of great independent artists, they kind of get left behind. So that's kind of what I want to do with my DJ shows, and so I've been doing a lot of stuff that way, getting a little traction, and I'm actually getting better. When you say DJ, the expectation is that, high energy,
like Skrillex or Deadmau5 or right.
But I guess I'm more like a folk DJ in the sense that I'm just spinning records one after the other, stuff you probably never heard of. It's more mellow. A lot of it is urban based, so not necessarily guitar folk, but more a lot of Boogie the Beat. I love Antoine X and some of the stuff coming out of the States, with Stella Standing Bear.
Right.
I mean, Tia Wood has a lot of great stuff, and all of this mixes in. And then when I get a bit more experimental, you go into the Tanya Tagaks
right.
and Joe Rainey.
Wow.
And all that fun stuff.
That's quite the set list.
Well, it goes from one extreme to the next, and like I said, the more you do it, the smoother it gets, and it's a lot like spinning plates. Like you got 4 decks going all at once. You got video on this side, video on that side. You're trying to go between the two, and then audio on the other, and then you got samples going at the same time.
Well, we're kind of doing that right now.
Yeah, man. Yeah, exactly. And so, I mean, it's definitely not like a musician, but I mean, it really helps, I think, promote Indigenous music. I got people coming up after me asking me, what was that? Who was that? So it's pretty cool. And everybody seems amazed that Redbone is an Indigenous band. It's
right, yeah.
Because I think, wow, they can't be Indigenous, they're popular.
And you've done the show overseas as well, correct?
Well, actually, the first gig that I did was in Switzerland.
Okay. And
so I got coerced into DJing, which I did when I was 16 with cassette tapes. We'd cue them up. My brother had a mobile DJ service, and he'd do these parties in Nepean and in Orleans in the east and the west end of Ottawa.
Oh, okay. Wow.
And he'd, tag, bring me along so I could load the equipment. And every once in a while, he'd let me play the beginning and the end of the night. When nobody's there. So I got a bit of the bug from that. And then going to Switzerland, I just did 2 hours of whatever I could find. And then I really got bitten by this DJ thing. Once you start spinning, it's really addictive. Like I could be at home at night and, if you ever wonder what I'm doing on a Wednesday night at around, 11 o'clock, I'm probably spinning stuff and seeing what mixes and
Okay.
what doesn't.
All right. And what are you using to do that? The spinning? Using some kind of controller or device or?
Well, the software that I use is Serato, and
Okay.
I got this one controller specifically for the video function. So it allows me to use the crossfader for video as well as audio
Okay.
separately. So I can move the audio all to the left, I can move the video all to the right, and that allows me to use the two decks on the left for the audio for the video on the right.
Wow, that's interesting. Okay. And what's the video content itself?
Well, it's anything I could steal, really.
Okay.
I know as a DJ, the international code is you should buy all the music that you play. So I try to buy as much as I can, but not all of it is certainly none of the videos. Well, maybe not none. The majority of videos are not available on iTunes for sale. So I end up, using YouTube,
Okay. Fair enough.
which I don't recommend either. It's not a recommendation again.
Okay. Although this show is on YouTube, although they're not a sponsor. Don't worry, none of these people are
No,
sponsors.
don't download from YouTube. That would be a violation of the user agreement, I believe.
Okay. Well, I better not do that anymore.
I promise nothing.
Great. And so you're speaking of YouTube. Back to your release. So you're releasing it yourself. It'll be available on the streaming, like YouTube, Spotify, or
Yeah,
SoundCloud.
yeah.
I heard it. I believe it was SoundCloud or something.
SoundCloud.
Yeah.
SoundCloud. Yeah. Well, that was sort of my testing ground. So
Okay.
I might have sent you a few little mixes there
Right.
just to see what
Okay.
you thought. And it's available now as of March 18th. It's been released. I've used a distributor called Amplitude. I guess I could say Amplitude, but it's a Quebec-based distributor. So Amplitude is more appropriate.
Okay.
Very not for profit. $40 for the year and distribution to all the streaming platforms. And there's like 50 of them now. Like I don't even know most of these.
I don't know. I mean, I just
have
know
no
like
idea.
the popular ones like Spotify, Apple Music, Tidal.
Deezer.
Yeah. And then I trail off after that, I guess.
Maybe SoundCloud. I don't know if that's really a platform.
I used to use SoundCloud a lot back in the day, but not so much anymore.
Yeah. I would use SoundCloud for pre-production. Like I'd load it up to my SoundCloud and go listen to it in my car or on
Right.
headphones or somewhere else.
And a lot of artists are using Bandcamp because, it's artist friendly, although they did do some union busting. But hey, let's overlook that. So, yeah, but the thing I don't like about Bandcamp is that you can't really make playlists and stuff. And, it's hard.
Yeah.
But all the money goes to the artist, or most of the money goes to the artist.
Yeah. Well, I mean, for me, it was really about the experience.
Mm-hmm.
And so I got it from A to Z. I had some people come in and help me out with advice and guidance. Michel Benac, who's been a good friend of mine since high school, he's been letting me know where the pitfalls were. And whenever I needed a resource like mastering or a mixer, he'd be able to recommend people. So, I mean, that was really great. And it's out there. And I'm so happy. Finally,
That's
4
great.
years. That's
4
how long
years.
it took. That's how long it took.
Okay, because you were here, it was quite some time ago.
Yeah. Well, it's probably definitely within that. And I really love what we did. But of course, it was really pitchy at the time and the lyrics changed.
Okay, well, there you go.
Otherwise, I would have totally used it.
Okay. And what was the inspiration behind the lyric change?
The more you listen to it, the more you kind of get more precise around the message that you want to project.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, words matter. I mean, that's super important to choose the right words, which is really interesting coming from my mouth because I am very clumsy and kind of bullish. I'm very absent-minded and can be really kind of blank sometimes. So me saying that words matter is kind of interesting.
Okay. So, what's your best advice to other Indigenous, youth out there that want to get into music and they want to release stuff?
God.
I know, stay out of the music business.
Not at all. Actually, I just came back from that Sounding Res symposium.
Oh, yeah,
that
I
was
saw
put on.
the photos. It looked great.
Yeah, it was amazing. And those kids don't need my advice.
Okay. They're already doing it.
My God, when I was their age, I was in a crowd of maybe, 12 other Indigenous artists, and they'd be all so shy and shoegazing and staring around. Man, we were in Derek Miller's studio, and he's like, okay, who wants to do like a quick off the floor demo? 5 of them just ran up to the mic. So I mean, it's amazing to see like the next generation coming up, and they have no fear. They're well equipped. They're doing stuff. They got their musical training. I think that what we need to provide them is a bit more opportunity. So places to play, which is something that everybody wants.
And venues,
right?
but venues are closing. Like
exactly
every month, I hear a different place closing down, and and even house concerts are starting to shut down because it seems like the new generation is just not interested in taking that over, or maybe that's I'm not sure what the reason is, but it seems like there's less spaces, and I think that's a great idea. We need more opportunities, like you say. So more venues, we need to somehow solve that problem as well.
Well, I'm not even sure if venues is what we need, because like I just came from Six Nations, and Derek was telling me that there's no place to play on Six Nations, but I just saw 3. And
what are they? What are they?
I was at the Six Nations Polytech.
Okay.
They had a room that was definitely big enough to accommodate, some sort of show.
Okay.
There was a show on Saturday night that I caught a bit of, and I don't know exactly where that was. But that was on Six Nations, and it was all Six Nations artists. And the name escapes me because I'm a man of a certain age. And then the third one was this Yogi's Barn that I was at today, which reminded me a lot of Porky's, but
Porky's.
It was really more than adequate for a space to present musicians. So I mean, the spaces are there. I think we just need the events, the opportunities. We need to create those.
Right on. So what's new for you now the release is out? What's new like for you this summer? Any travel plans, any shows, or any leisure time?
Well, the summer's always full. It's a bit crazy. Sure, I work full time during the day, thankfully mostly from home. The next William C. DJ gig is the release of programming for the Quay Festival in Quebec City. That's happening May 12th. After that, usually get an invitation to go to Nipinik, which is in Shawinigan. It's a beautiful outdoor festival in a natural amphitheater in the forest, in the mountains, actually. And it's so cool. And so I've been doing that for about 5 years now.
Oh, wow. Okay, great.
I'm hoping they ask me back again this year, because
I'm sure they will.
Yeah, it's been all right. And the highlight of the summer will probably be the FIFA Fan Fest in Vancouver.
Okay.
I got a quick and dirty gig, church time on June 28th.
Okay, because the World Cup's going to be here in Toronto this summer. And I just read an article, I forget, like CTV, CBC, about there's going to be extra 65,000 people here. Yeah, there's like no real plans like how to get them to the game. I guess they'll take transit, right? Yeah, they can walk, that's right. Or Uber, just be a lot more people here, I guess.
The fun thing will be finding a hotel room.
Yes.
Because apparently in Vancouver, it's taken, and even at premium prices.
Really?
So, yeah.
Well, it's too bad.
So if you're planning to go...
Actually, we were planning to go to the West Coast for a show, to do a gig out there, but... we'll talk about that tomorrow.
Well, I'm sure you got friends in Vancouver. They can fluff up the floor for you.
Yeah. I have high standards.
Oh, no doubt.
I'm a fancy boy. And we usually see you out at various conferences. I know a couple of years ago we bumped into in Manchester in the UK.
Yeah.
So do you get to do a lot of international travel like that?
I avoid international overseas travel as much as I can.
right.
Most of the international travel that I do is down to the States, Minnesota, North Dakota.
Okay.
Going to be going down to Sisseton for a memorial for my uncle in May.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's the kind of travel that I prefer. I mean, more hanging out with my relatives.
Right.
My daughter's in Italy right now, and
Oh, wow.
I was going to go visit her at the end of May.
Whereabouts in Italy?
She's a bit of a story. So she got a degree in, I call it PB&J, but it was basically policy, justice, and international studies from the Monk School of something or some whatnot. And so she got her bachelor's. She was offered a scholarship in the UK, and the actual university escapes my mind because, as I'd mentioned, I am a man of a certain age. Mm-hmm. And she decided it was a water polo scholarship. She was supposed to be doing her master's degree there. And she had decided within the first 3 months that the water polo program wasn't strong enough for her. She wanted something a bit more challenging. So I don't know how she worked this, but she ended up getting a semi-pro contract with a small second division team near Naples.
Oh, wow.
So she's living the dream, playing semi-professional water polo, a sport where you can drown someone for 3 seconds, apparently.
Oh, really?
But no
geez.
longer than 3 seconds.
Oh, no. Boy, what a violent... I thought hockey was rough.
Oh, man. No. She actually suffered a couple of concussions, when she was playing at the University of Toronto.
Hey, what kind of sports are these?
Well, maybe it happens all under the water. I don't know.
Okay.
I have no idea.
That's a serious thing, a concussion. I've had a concussion.
Well, I probably had some, but I don't remember.
Yeah, got to keep an eye on
I feel the
that.
back of my head, and I was like, yeah, I probably had a few when I was a kid. But, we would triple roll our toques on the ice, so. So there's a bit of a cushion there.
That's right. There you go. And you're a hockey player, of course?
Yeah, I'm going to be playing in the Wendake tournament, not this weekend, next weekend.
Oh, that's a beautiful community up there. We played some shows up there in the past. We haven't been up there in years, but it's beautiful.
Yeah, and it's getting more and more affluent.
Okay. Well,
they got a brand new arena. They got a brand new apartment block that they're just developing right now.
Okay. Wow.
The community's expanding, so
it's coming up there.
And they're trying to revive their language and,
right.
repatriate a lot of things, and including, some of the items that people keep finding in their basements here in Toronto.
Oh, geez. Okay.
Dig anywhere in Toronto, you'll probably find an ossuary somewhere. So
that's interesting.
That's Wendat.
All right, you hear that, people? You're digging around Toronto? Doesn't belong to you.
No.
So, any final words for the listeners? I mean, not that you're going to die or anything, hopefully.
Well, just one last little thing.
Any shows coming up or anything you're trying to promote before, this will probably air on Monday. So anything before next Monday?
No, not really.
Okay, all right.
I just would like, go out, check out the album. It's on Spotify. It's on all of the streaming platforms. It's even available for sale on iTunes if you really want to go that route.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah. So
excellent.
Check it out. Let me know what you think. One of the things I kind of want to mention, though, is the album cover is this beautiful male northern flicker. And it was a picture that I'd taken of... the whole story goes like this. I've been telling it quite a lot lately, so I'll go back to it. So I was having when I started this whole journey in 2018, one of the things I expected is to not get a lot of money from it, which, you can relate to, I'm sure.
That's for sure.
But what I didn't expect was the crippling self-doubt. And every once in a while, the existential crisis you get. So that's a thing. And I don't think every time I mention that, people are like, yeah, we need to talk more about that. So, that was a thing. So what do you do when you have one of those existential crises? Well, you go to Tim Hortons, which is what I did in Quebec City.
Okay.
Grabbed a coffee. And when I came out, this male northern flicker, which I never seen the species before in my life. Gorgeous, gorgeous birds. Really vibrant colors. And it had hit a window, like right by the Tim Hortons.
Oh, no.
And so it was there on the sidewalk. And yeah, it was done. And I didn't want to leave it there. So I took it with me. And it is now restfully buried in my backyard, which backs onto a maple sugar farm. So, I mean, it's a huge forest. I know exactly where it is.
Okay.
But I ended up taking the picture, and it's sort of become a symbol of that moment where, you're having that kind of self-doubt, wondering what you're going to be leaving behind. I guess that's kind of the existential thing that it symbolizes for me, that impermanence of this life right now, and the things that you're going to be leaving behind. And I think it's still abstract for me exactly what it means in terms of concrete things, but it's something about, the name of the album being Residuary Bequest, which is sort of a gift you give after taxes, after everything that you owe.
Right. And so, that title just came to you, or this was through the process of you kind of...
It was through that process of, seeing these things happening in my life as signals, symbols. And I don't know how I came across that term, because it's a legal term.
Oh, is it really? Okay. Huh.
So I can't remember how it happened, but there it is. And it's the pictures is really striking. I don't want to say how I ended up having it or getting it, but that's a story. Come to think of it, I got ghosted by so many graphic designers. I thought that was really strange. So I did it myself. All I wanted to do was upscale the dots. What do they call it? The resolution.
Okay.
I just wanted to upscale the resolution so that it would fit Spotify requirements and iTunes and all that.
Which is 4,000 by 4,000 deep. It's 3,000. Okay.
Yeah, well, that's the size, but it also has to be 300 DPI.
Okay. Right, so you got to upscale it or whatever, right? Yeah.
So I ended up using AI. And because I asked, Google, how could I do that? Use AI. So it did what it did. It's much better than what I had previously, because I didn't want to show a dead bird on my album cover. I wanted to show the soul of something that's a symbol of resilience and of a life,
Right.
And so there's more to that I haven't quite put a label on yet. So I guess that's for the next album.
The next album. And when is that going to... You gonna start working it right away, the next album?
Well, I got 3 songs to finish for an EP. I got a bunch of DJ mashups that I want to do. Indigenous artists with other Indigenous artists doing more techno electronic stuff.
Right.
And yeah, you'll probably figure into that.
Okay, that's great. That's awesome.
As well as a bunch of Indigenous artists, and eventually a language album.
Okay, wow, that's great. Because we need more of those, that's for sure.
I got plans.
Okay. Well, that's good. We need people with plans.
I just don't got the means or the time,
Well, that's another thing.
We come full circle with the busyness.
Good luck with that. Good luck with the time thing. I think it gets worse as you get older. But thank you so much for coming on the show today. And be sure to check out, send me the links, and then we'll put them in the comments or whatever.
Yeah,
to your stuff. Great. All right.
Well, thanks for
again.
having me.